How you doing out there? This is my first vlog. Never did a vlog before, but I decided to make my first vlog about should you forgive someone for cheating on you. Personally, I've been on both sides of the fence of cheated and been cheated on, and you think it's a good feeling when you're doing it, but it's really not, cause it's bad, cause it's really a selfish act and you don't want to hurt nobody. Just cause you want your cake, you can't eat it too. You feel where I'm coming from? And when I'm with my fellas, we out clubbing, doing whatever. We talk about bros all day, and we disgrace them. And I'd be like, how would you like it if your girl did the same thing that you doing? And they'll blow on me, and they'll be like, man, why every time you gotta say that when we going somewhere? And and when I'm with my friends, there's girls like at work, I take up for them. So it's kind of like I'm due swap, and I shouldn't really be doing that. And I feel like if it goes right for one, it goes right for two. So with all that saying, if you asking yourself, should you forgive someone? You already know you should, because if you don't think you should forgive them, you wouldn't be thinking about it. And stop thinking the world owes you something. The world really don't owe you nothing at all. As you know, in the real world, if you don't work for your pay, you don't have no money to spend. So if you get fired from your job owe you something because you've been there 20 years. They really don't owe you nothing. You should be thankful that you worked there for that long. And not to get off subject, but I'm just giving you analogies of like how you can look at it. Now, I feel like if there's some things you forgive and there's some things you don't forgive. Like if your boyfriend or girlfriend had sex one time on a one night stand and that's it, forgive them. We all are human. We all bound to make mistakes. If your girlfriend or your boyfriend had like a phone buddy and it turned into something and they had sex one time and after that one time she feel real bad and she didn't delete anything and he showed you without showing you and dropped you hints, you forgive that person. But if that person don't feel sorry, let them go, because you don't need that. You want someone who if they see it hurts you, it hurts them. But if they sleep with your coworker, your family member, you gotta let them dog people go. Uh, if they keep doing it, you let them go. I believe you always give, no matter. I ain't gonna say no matter what, because I told you what not to accept and what to accept. You give your relationship a second chance. But if they having sex and don't care what they're doing, they go back and do it, you don't need that person, because that person really don't love you. But then you gotta see what made that person do that. Now, you gotta put yourself in this position or if the relationship is in your hands and if the other person cheated on you. You gotta look at it like this, point blank. If you did what they did, would you want them to forgive you? If the answer is no, move on. But if the answer is yes, you 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 move on. You stay in that relationship, because if you did it, you don't want to be forgiven and you don't want nobody to condemn you. But but that's saying that now you can't condemn them. Yes, you forgive them, but you let it go. You don't let it bother you anymore, because if you did it, you wouldn't want them to bother you. Love like that. Everybody got they their own different reason on why they cheat, uh, or vice versa. I believe you forgive. Forgiveness is the only way you're gonna get up there. You know what I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to put God in it, but God plays a big part, and you can't forgive if you don't believe in God, because how you gonna forgive? God is forgiving. It's always gonna be hard though, but men cheat for no reason. Women, like my mom always told me, a woman ain't gonna cheat unless she have a reason. And stop thinking by someone cheating on you, it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It could be your that could be a small roadblock to your happiness. Okay, y'all was stuck in a spot. Let's say you and your partner was stuck in a spot. Say, man or girl. Say your fella was like, man, forget this girl, man. We fussing all day. I want to go do something where I'm gonna be with a girl that I'm gonna feel happy. And that's what it could have been. And by him doing that and hurting your heart, hurting your feelings, he learned that he can't do that again. Not everybody feels that way, but most people feel that way. If you have love in your heart and you got kindness in your heart, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna feel like that. But if you're a stone cold person that just don't care about people, you're gonna do whatever you want. So relationships are called relationships for a reason. You have relations like good and bad. You just gotta know how to keep that. Fire runs out. That's why people cheat too. Fire runs out. You gotta rekindle that. Don't always think the grass is greener on the other side, because you could go over that fence just because they got roses and tulips and fruits and all that, and you could just have plain grass on this side. Eventually, them tulips don't last all season. Them roses don't last all season. Grapes got to be ate, if you feel what I'm saying. And by that I'm saying you gon' you gon' hold on. You gon' have the same thing, but that one stay with you all the time, and the rose is gonna leave you sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Good analogy. I thought of that one up on the fly, but you should forgive. Forgiveness starts here though. Don't let this control this. Now, with all that being said, I told you how I felt about it. You can post your comments on what you think, but I think you should give every relationship is worth a second chance. Some people may don't think so, but I do. I'm not really a cheater. So, to each his own. You make up your mind, you live and you learn. So, I say forgive. You do what you want, but at the end of the day, you still gotta forgive to get to heaven anyway. So, peace.